the world of Telara here at CES. So Rift is a massively multiplayer online game. So for those of you who are not familiar with MMOs, MMOs are all about large groups of people building communities and playing together on these game servers. So Rift is no different than that. However, we strive to build a stronger community to give people a little bit more feel of ownership on the game by allowing them to actually affect the world around them. The world of Telara is a beautiful place. Obviously, in this particular case, it's a little bit more of a war zone here, but there are many places with gorgeous vistas. Well, this world is under siege by various planes. These monsters come from other dimensions and invade the world. You as the player need to combat these invasions. You can choose whether or not you want to save the village or whether or not you want to let it burn. Those choices, the choices that you and the other players on the server make, actually form the world around you. This is what we refer to as dynamic. This world is constantly changing, living, and breathing. Other online games, you play more of a single-player experience. There just happens to be other players there with you. In Rift, the things that you do actually will impact the game world, especially over time. The other great thing about Rift is we give you all the choices that you may possibly want when you create your character. Obviously, there are 1,000 different feature options. You can make your character look exactly how you want to, but unlike other fantasy role-playing games, we don't fix you in a pre-designed role. We don't say, hey, you're the wizard, this is what you do. Or hey, you're the paladin, you need to go off and save people and use holy magic to heal them. Instead, we leave that choice up to the player. They can mix and match any number of souls in ways that may allow them to make the character they want, the hero they want, that can affect the world in the way they want to. This really kind of ties back to why we are partnered with companies like SyFy, because their tagline is, imagine greater. There's no greater imagination than building your own hero and actually having them affect your own fantasy world. So the other nice thing about Rift is the fact that it is the first in this generation of online games to fully embrace all the technology and gadgets you see here at CES. So we have, obviously, all these monitors show the gorgeous high-resolution graphics. They make use of all of the latest technology. They'll actually run very, very nice on lower-end machines and smaller screens as well. And you can even pop open your 3D glasses. We're working with NVIDIA on technology for that as well. In addition to that, we partner with companies like SyFy to continue to build the MMO marketplace. So this is only the first in a line of products that we are working on. This introduces a dynamic world where players can interact with it. Now only imagine if that dynamic world actually spills over into other areas as well. Future products that we're working on that we'll be talking about in other shows will actually tie in with other pieces of media, including social media sites, as well as things like traditional media, such as a television show or a movie, in such ways that other games haven't before. Other games do things like, it's a game about a movie, and you kind of play alongside of it. But what would it be like if you could play the game that would affect the movie or affect the television show? Rift is the first in a line of dynamic games that eventually will reach that goal, with us talking about these products in many shows to come, and our partnership with SyFy as well. Thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions about the product, feel free to ask. There are a number of kiosks where you can play as well. If you're interested in playing at home, you can go to riftgame.com and sign up for our beta. The game will be live and launched March 1st in the US and just a few days shortly thereafter in the rest of the world. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the show.